जय हिंद दोस्तों। विस्की टॉक्स में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। मैं हूं आपका अपना दोस्त मेज़बान अतुल बख्शी उर्फ गपौड़ शंख। और आज लेकर आया हूं आपके लिए एक नई कहानी। एंड प्लीज डू लिसन टू दिस स्टोरी फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग टू द एंड बिकॉज इट्स गोना बी समथिंग वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग जस्ट राइट फॉर यू। अपॉन योर पब्लिक डिमांड मैं आज एक गोस्ट स्टोरी लेकर आया हूं दोबारा से। इट्स अनदर गोस्ट स्टोरी। सो people who are following me, they are already aware that in my earlier vlogs I covered a story of a ghost train. I had covered the story of a ghost bus. I had covered the story of a ghost airplane as well. So today I'm here with the story of a ghost boat. It's a more or less of an investigative story, so and it's very interesting. So आइए, without any ado, let's start it. But before I start, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment on Whiskey Talkies, and do hit the bell icon if you haven't already done so. So दोस्तों, the kahani I'm telling you today is from Japan. Now, as we all know, Japan is a island nation. It is surrounded by water on all sides, right? So all the borders of any part of the nation are along the water coast. And this story is from the northern coast of Japan, so the north of Japan. And north of Japan shares its border with Russia, with China, also with North Korea. And it is a dangerous water as well. The oceans there are very turbulent, very dangerous. So, in and after the year 2000, a phenomena was reported in Japan, in this particular harbor coast of coastal area of northern Japan, that a small town was receiving boats that would hit the harbor, and the boats had no boatmen, no nothing, no fishes, no nothing, but only dead bodies or parts of human bodies. The matter was reported sometimes like they would receive one body, sometimes the boat would have four bodies. So the government was asked to investigate, and the government investigation was very kind of lenient at that time. They didn't thoroughly investigate, they just said that these are skeletons, which tells that these guys have starved in the boat. So these must be the fishermen who went fishing and the boat got drifted and they starved to death, and somehow they hit the harbor again and they are fishermen. Okay. So, but the people were kind of scared, and they started when this phenomenon was on a increase. जब ये बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ने लगी घटनाएं, तो लोगों ने इसे ghost boat का नाम दिया. Right? People were really terrified in that particular harbor. Obviously, कोई भी छोटी जगह है, छोटा गांव है, वहाँ पे बोट्स आ रही हैं, कहीं से हिट करती है एक बोट, उसके अंदर डेड बॉडीज निकल रही हैं, तो मैटर तो डेफिनेटली थोड़ा स्केरी होगा, राइट? In 2011 alone, in 2011, 57 cases of ghost boats were reported. And these cases were increasing. In 2011, there were 57 cases. In 2012, there were 47 cases. In 2013, 56 cases were reported. 2014, there were 60 cases reported. So the cases are increasing. And in a decade, more than 1,000 bodies have been found in that small town, right? So now the government was compelled to take some action and take this investigation very seriously, because hazar bodies, more than 1,000 bodies in 10 years, have hit the shore. So the government now started doing a very thorough investigation, and upon investigating all the boats and all the bodies, they found that the boats had a red mark on them, like उसमें कोई लाल रंग का चिन्ह लगा हुआ था, निशान लगा हुआ था, जो कि कम्युनिस्ट नेशन की तरफ इशारा करता है, which marked towards them being somehow related to communist nation because they had red mark on them. And the inscription on the boats, on all the boats, was from North Korea, which confirmed that these are boats from North Korea. But the problem was that the distance between this town and the North Korean border was more than 1,000 kilometers, and these are small boats. They are not meant to travel these long distances. तो 1,000 किलोमीटर की डिस्टेंस को कवर कोई इतनी छोटी बोट में कर रहा है, which is a suicide mission. Why would anybody do that? Why would anybody commit suicide like that? Because they know they cannot make it through. So this theory was not bought by the people. People are now still worried. Now, just to satisfy the people, the government of Japan increased the security and patrolling around the North Korean border, राइट. उससे इंटरनेशनल टेंशन थोड़ी एस्केलेट हो रही थी कि जापान कोरिया की तरफ अपनी एक्टिविटी बढ़ा रहा है, राइट. एंड एट द सेम टाइम the cost of upkeeping so many dead bodies and their cremation, their keeping them in the mortuary investigation was costing Japan a lot. But this was a serious matter. Upon deeper investigation, it was found out by the Japanese authorities that the first case of this missing or this ghost boat, sorry, was reported in the year 1975. 1975 में पहला ये केस रिपोर्ट हुआ था कि गोस्ट बोट ने हिट किया था उनको. And from 1977 to 83, it was also found that 17 Japanese citizens had gone missing. 17 जापानी सिटीजन 1977 से 1983 के बीच में मिसिंग हो गए विदाउट एनी ट्रेस. एंड now they did the DNA test on all the bodies, right, and matched that with the 17 missing people of Japan, and it was found that जो हजारों bodies आज तक मिली हैं उनमें से not even one was a Japanese citizen, was a missing Japanese citizen. So the Japanese citizens had gone missing, but these bodies were not of, none of the body was of any of these Japanese men. So in the year 1985, the coastal guards of the northern area, they found a suspicious person in a boat around that town. So they arrested this guy. His name was Tadaki Hara. The person who was arrested, his name was Tadaki Hara. And upon investigation, it was found that Tadaki Hara was one of the missing Japanese citizens. So this guy was investigated thoroughly. थोड़ा थर्ड डिग्री भी शायद इस्तेमाल करते होंगे, मुझे अंदाज़ा नहीं है जापान का, बट इन्वेस्टिगेशन पर मालूम पड़ा that it was found that this guy was not Tadaki Hara. He was just carrying the passport of Tadaki Hara, and he had posted his picture on the picture of Tadaki Hara. So he's using the identity of Tadaki Hara, but he himself was a North Korean spy, right? So a North Korean spy था जो कि Tadaki Hara नाम के एक missing person पे कि आईडी पर अपना बोट में घूम रहा था, वहाँ पे सेल कर रहा था. And now, since one person was found, they thought that we're going to be able to find out about the 16 missing men or all the 17 missing men, right? So upon investigation, जो जापानी authorities हैं उनको मालूम पड़ा कि this guy, this spy from North Korea, now I'm not going to call it Tadaki Hara because he's not Tadaki Hara. So this spy from North Korea told them that I'm a spy from North Korea, and the people who had gone missing from 1977 to 83, the 17 Japanese people who had gone missing were actually kidnapped by North Korea. North Korea ने उन्हें kidnap किया था so that they can learn the Japanese language, the Japanese lifestyle, so that they can train more spies, right? So अपने spies को train करने के लिए उन्होंने 17 जापानी नागरिकों को kidnap किया ताकि वो उन्हें जापानी में फ्लुएंट बना सकें और अपनी स्पाइंग को बढ़ा सकें जापान में. एंड ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम नॉर्थ कोरिया वाज रूल्ड बाय किम जोंग इल, जो कि करंट किम जोंग है उसका बाप था. सो जापान वाज रूल्ड बाय, या रूल्ड ही बोलेंगे ना, रूल्ड बाय किम जोंग इल एट दैट टाइम. और किम जोंग इल आल्सो एडमिटेड दैट यस, that we had kidnapped these 17 people for training as spies, whatever. Now the investigation and interrogation of this spy further revealed. Now see, this is the twist in the story. Those 17 people, the 17 Japanese citizens that were kidnapped for the reason that he told. But it didn't solve the mystery of the 1,000 or so bodies that had been found on the coast so far. So this person this spy revealed that there is a fish that is very popular amongst the Chinese people especially, and it is also equally liked in Korea and Japan as well. It's called flying squid. And during these years, and this fish is only found in the waters around the coastal area of Japan, Korea, and China, and it's highly popular in Japan, in sorry China. So China में जो थी इसकी डिमांड इस फिश की, फ्लाइंग स्क्विड की, was on an ever increase. So जो Chinese people थे, they started fishing it left, right, center, और उससे क्या हुआ, the population of this fish declined by 70%. Only 30% of the population of the fish was left. Now, since China was fishing this fish and they also entered the Korean waters, obviously Korean government must have taken some money from them, otherwise a Chinese ship cannot enter North Korea like that. So कुछ मिली भगत रही होगी यहाँ पे. So China was sending big vessels, big fishing vessels, and fishing this fish left, right, center. So the small fishermen from North Korea, the small fishermen had no option, but they had to enter the waters in their small boats, right? And when they were entering the the dangerous waters in their small boats, now the fish population was coming towards Japan, because Japan was a comparatively safer sea where the fishing was not that common. So these fishermen were taking a chance with their lives just to get this fish, flying squid, so that they can make a living. So they would come out in convoys of like sometimes 50 boats, out of which only 48 would come back, 2 gone missing in one go, another 5 gone missing next time, 2 gone missing sometime, 1 gone missing sometime. So this is how this phenomena was happening. Now, whenever the fishermen go for fishing, they carry their supplies with them, right? कि वो इतने दिन fishing में लगेंगे, हम 5 दिन fishing करेंगे, after 5 days we'll come back. So for 5 days we need this much of the ration, this much of the supplies. But every now and then a couple of boats or 1 boat or 4 boats or 5 boats would get drifted in the dangerous seas, and when they would get lost, once the supplies they had were finished, they would starve, and once starved, the water was coming towards Japan, so that would drift the boat, the dead bodies, starving dead bodies, into the Japanese coast. And this is how the mystery was solved. And this matter was also investigated in 2017 by UNO and a team of journalists, international journalists, who confirmed this case that yes, it was because of heavy vessels sent for fishing by China and North Korea that these people were compelled to take a chance with their lives. But again, China and the UN are like useless. Useless. One country is useless, and the organization UN is also kind of useless. So nothing conclusive happened. There was not much action taken. So, देखिए, this is how human greed can not only put human beings in danger, but also puts the entire environment, ecosystem into danger. So don't be that kind of human being that puts others into danger unnecessarily. Yes, it is good to defend your country, but only when required. Again, don't be like those Chinese vessels who entered the seas just to kill the fish, just because they wanted to satisfy not even their hunger, but to satisfy their taste buds. Human greed can definitely do so much damage that it would be irreparable. So दोस्तों, इसी मैसेज के साथ मैं इस कहानी को यहीं ख़त्म करता हूँ. प्लीज़ विस्की टॉकीज को लाइक करना, शेयर करना, सब्सक्राइब करना, कमेंट करना और बेल आइकन पर ठप्पू लगाना मत भूलिए दोस्तों. पिछली वीडियोस को लाइक करने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. बहुत से लोग शेयर नहीं कर रहे हैं, मैं देख रहा हूँ. प्लीज़ इसे शेयर ज़रूर कीजिएगा. एंड आई लव यू ऑल. टेक अ गुड केयर ऑफ सेल्फ. जय हिंद, जय भारत.